सेव किया था ना?
मैं सिर्फ इसलिए गया था क्योंकि उसने मुझे कॉल किया, that's it. But listen तो.
Save it for someone else.
जिंदगी में सेव करना जरूरी है, मगर जब बात पैसों की हो, सिर्फ सेविंग से काम नहीं चलेगा। इक्विटी म्यूचुअल फंड्स में इन्वेस्ट कीजिए और अपने सेविंग्स को आगे बढ़ने का मौका दीजिए।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
You must have seen so-called black protests inside and outside the parliament on Monday. These men and women in black, parliamentarians, were protesting against what they said was Prime Minister Modi's attempt to end democracy in the country. With most opposition parties supporting the Congress in protesting against Rahul Gandhi's disqualification from the Lok Sabha, Congress leaders seem to have suddenly found springs in their feet. They seem to think they have finally found a big election winning issue. That may not be the case though, and this is exactly what I am going to discuss in this episode of Politically Correct. Let me start with an anecdote. In 2009, when Lok Sabha elections were over and the results were awaited, then Andhra Chief Minister Y.S. Rajశేఖర్ Reddy came to Delhi to brief then Congress President Sonia Gandhi. I went to see him in Andhra Bhavan after his meeting with her. And I asked, how many seats did you tell her? 33, he said. I said, are you serious? 33 out of 42. Did you really tell her that? I asked in disbelief. Then he says, I would have said 34, but I'm not sure about Khammam. He said it with a cryptic smile. The Congress candidate in Khammam was Renuka Chaudhary, a Reddy detractor who wore loyalty to Sonia Gandhi on her sleeves. When the results came, Reddy was bang on. The Congress won exactly 33 and Renuka Chaudhary lost. Sonia Gandhi nominated her to the Rajya Sabha later. After her Rajya Sabha term was over in 2018, Chaudhary was virtually in political wilderness. She returned with a bang on Thursday to hit the headlines, calling Prime Minister Narendra Modi a classless megalomaniac and declaring her intent to file a defamation case against the Prime Minister for referring to her as Surpanakha, Ravana's sister, during a debate in the Rajya Sabha way back in 2018. She should surely know how to please the Gandhis, because the PM never used the word Surpanakha when he was talking in the Rajya Sabha. Even if she felt so, she has spent enough time in Parliament to remember Article 105 that exempts MPs from any judicial proceedings for what they say in Parliament. Renuka Chaudhary's disparaging remark against Modi and threat of defamation suit is just the beginning. In coming days and weeks, expect many other Congress leaders to make more damning remarks against Modi to try to impress the Gandhis, to try to impress the Congress High Command. On the face of it, Rahul Gandhi's disqualification as Lok Sabha member following his conviction might look like a risky gambit for the BJP. It has fired up the Congress, brought almost the entire opposition together, and given more ammunition to the opposition to accuse the Modi-led government of throttling or muzzling democratic dissent. BJP leader Ravi Shankar Prasad was not off the mark when he said that Rahul Gandhi was trying to emerge a martyr to take political mileage in the Karnataka election, because the Congress did not show any urgency to get a stay on his conviction to avoid disqualification. On Monday, Piyush Goyal sought to rub salt on the wound, asking why so many lawyers in the Congress did not attend the hearings when the trial was on in the Supreme Court, Surat Court. Did all these big leaders deliberately put Rahul Gandhi into trouble? Piyush Goyal asked, obviously with tongue in cheek. One has to be naive to think that PM Modi and Amit Shah have become so overconfident and arrogant that they did not consider these obvious factors. Congress playing victim card, opposition coming together, etc., etc. So why did they allow Gandhi to become a martyr? There are at least 5 reasons for this. When I say why did they allow Rahul Gandhi to become a martyr. It's like, when you're expecting fine, you would probably request the Lok Sabha Speaker not to go ahead with his disqualification immediately. Wait for the Congress to basically go to an appellate court and get a stay, so on and so forth. We have discussed it in our previous episodes. Anyway, so I'm saying there are at least 5 reasons why they didn't do that. To start with, the BJP is on sticky wicket in the southern state, with former Chief Minister and the party's Lingayat face, B.S. Yediyurappa, remaining a loose cannon after the party gave him virtually a snub by making incumbent CM Basavaraj Bommai campaign committee chairman, virtually projecting him as a face again. Given Bommai's below par performance, a governance record, the BJP is bending over backwards to get the caste arithmetic right, increasing the reservation quota of Vokaligas and Lingayats at the cost of Muslims, whose 4% quota was scrapped on Friday. It also fits into the party's polarization strategy, so far centered on Tipu Sultan, so-called love jihad, hijab, halal, etc., etc. The BJP leadership isn't feeling confident though. Unlike in most of the states, DK Shivkumar-led Congress has remained a formidable challenger, keeping the heat on the Bommai-led government over corruption, misgovernance and other issues. The BJP was expecting Shiv Kumar versus Siddaramaiah rivalry to escalate, but so far they haven't really given any indication of obliging the BJP. An election fought on local issues and centered on state leaders doesn't really suit the BJP this time. It will therefore not mind an election centered on Rahul Gandhi's supposed victimization. Fired up congresspersons may also be expected to use the choicest words to target Modi in coming weeks and months. Victim Rahul Gandhi versus corrupt, coward, autocratic Modi, the words used by Congress leaders so far. I mean, that's a poll narrative the BJP would love to see in this Karnataka election. Win or lose in Karnataka or in subsequent assembly elections in other states this year, Rahul Gandhi is likely to carry on with his Modi-centric campaign right up to the 2024 Lok Sabha election. If it was the Rafale deal in 2019, it would be Hindenburg report in 2024. If the target was Anil Ambani in 2019, it would be Gautam Adani in 2024. Expect a new variation of the old Chaukidar Chor Hai campaign in the next Lok Sabha election. Rahul Gandhi is not known to give up once he is convinced that he is fighting for truth and justice and for his ideological convictions. Disqualification from the Lok Sabha is likely to only boost his determination to fight against what congressmen say coward and corrupt Modi. That's the second reason for Modi-Shah to let Gandhi become a martyr. They must be expecting a repeat of the Congress party's 2019 poll campaign. The third reason is a no-brainer. A Modi versus Rahul poll campaign will ensure sidestepping of the government's failures. Nobody will ask questions about the promise of doubling farmers' income, unemployment, price rise, or even Chinese incursions in Ladakh. They will become peripheral issues in a battle of personalities. Modi and Shah won't mind it, obviously. The fourth reason for Modi-Shah's decision to go bullish over Rahul Gandhi's martyrdom narrative may be the fact that purported insult of OBCs by the Congress leader makes for a more appealing electoral strategy than the opposition leader's claim of victimization on account of his conviction by a court and disqualification as per prescribed laws. Last but not the least, the Congress seems emboldened by the support extended by its rivals such as Mamata Banerjee and Arvind Kejriwal following Gandhi's disqualification. BJP strategists would know how misplaced this notion is. This bonhomie between the Congress and the TMC and the AAP is unlikely to last long. Gandhi's alleged victimization puts him back into the pole position as Modi's principal challenger. And that would become the reason for Banerjees and Kejriwals in the opposition camp to start, running him down sooner than later. Even if for Gandhi's conviction Banerjee was convinced that the BJP was trying to make him a hero. She talked about it last week. Before we wind up, let's also think of how Rahul Gandhi's ideological and political agendas may put even his steadfast allies in trouble in the run-up to 2024 Lok Sabha election. Remember, he said, "My name is not Savarkar, it's Gandhi." I mean, he said when he was asked about why he did not apologize for what he said in London or for his defamatory remarks. But this reaction has put both the NCP and Uddhav Thackeray's Sena on a sticky wicket. They know they can't be seen siding with the Savarkar beta if they have to do politics in Maharashtra. Uddhav desperately tried to salvage the situation, issuing a stern warning to the Congress. He said, "Veer Savarkar is our God. Will not tolerate any disrespect for him." Uddhav will be under more pressure now as Shinde's Shiv Sena and the BJP have now decided to hold a Savarkar Gaurav Yatra across Maharashtra in every assembly constituency. Then let's talk about Sharad Pawar's NCP. I mean, it has maintained a studied silence on Rahul Gandhi's Savarkar remark. But the NCP is also on a sticky wicket. The NCP has been staying away from the Congress-led opposition's protests over Adani because, Sharad Pawar has been a friend of Adani. And he is not really, he's unlikely to buy into Rahul Gandhi's constant attacks on industrialists, businessmen, and what he calls super rich. Now, think of Rahul Gandhi spearheading the Congress's 2024 poll campaign centered on Modi, Adani, Savarkar. What will happen to Uddhav and Pawar? What will they do? That explains why Modi and Shah must be smiling ear to ear as the Congress prepares to go for the jugular over Rahul Gandhi's conviction and disqualification from Lok Sabha. It's what you call Chitvi Meri, Patvi Meri, heads I win, tails you lose kind of situation for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. That's all from me in this episode of Politically Correct. Thanks for watching.